This is the 1995 Premier League Grand Final coming to you from Olympic Park in Melbourne. It's Altona Magic and Bulleen, and an absolutely magnificent day here for this big match. Just take a quick look at the two lineups then. Altona Magic first. Two changes from the side that beat Port Melbourne a couple of weeks ago. Marjan Tasevski is suspended. He is the right fullback, and in his place Zoran Svetkovski will come in, just 19 years of age, playing in the grand final. Nick Georgopoulos returns to the centre of midfield. He was suspended a couple of weeks ago. Danny Madarovsky is the player who makes way. No place for John Markowski. He is on the bench, though he is fully fit according to Ian Dobson. Bulleen forced to make one change. Frank Valentic, also the right fullback, is suspended. George Lanettis will take his place.
Ugly. Henry Velkovsky's going to get a speaking to. Sorry, Paulie, but gee, what a way to start a grand final. Velkovsky coming in high and hard on the little chef, Peter Diorio, so that may set the tone for the game.
And Peter Lutkins in a new role, forced upon Peter Ollerton by the suspension of Valentic in a defensive position. He took the free kick. Harris just clearing it away for Altona.
I suppose they're just getting over the in excess of 3 kilometre walk it probably takes to get to your car from here.
There's Vetkovsky looking down the line, blocked by Lutkins. Back to Vetkovsky with a second chance. Got support inside, doesn't need it, took his man on. Look at this young player go. He's a class act. He's still got it. And the cheers from the crowd. They didn't want the run to end.
Oh, get on the kid. Maybe he wants to show the way in the grand final. Rush of teenage blood to the head.
Diorio now. Chased by Markowski, and he virtually gave the ball to Markowski there. Altona begin again. Down the line by Atanasovsky, looking for Kutlasovsky. Awkward ball. White using his body well. He's a very clever player in the tight areas, is Dale White, and he did well there.
On for the crowd here, which actually Paul Williams is not too damn bad.
It's always difficult to estimate at Olympic Park. Might have 4 or 5 here with a bit of luck. I'll get the official figures for you later on in the match. Krajacic now. Out wide. Across the goal, awkward. White's in there. Opening goal. And Bulleen have done it.
Well, the man who's played in this is his 3rd grand final in 4 years, Dale White, gets the final touch, and Bulleen, whose drive from the elimination final has been extraordinary. 2 penalty victories in their 2 finals games to date so far, and now Dale White has put them ahead of the grand final after 16 minutes and 50 seconds precisely. So the Magic come again. Well, they won't give up the goals. These two coaches know each other too well. Difficult cross. Lutkins gets the drop. Scott Patterson knocks it over the top. Second chance. Svetkovsky, the youngster. Georgopoulos. He's a danger player, the former Preston player. Inside.
Good challenges going in here.
Coughed it not once, but not twice. The second time he ran into Belsiakos, which can be a grievous error of judgment. He gets up, he's still walking, so that's a victory for Kutlasovsky, and he gets the Quinella because Altona Magic will get the free kick. But he copped it once, he span away from the pack, and the second time he went crunch straight into Belsiakos. Free kick, Altona Magic. Krajacic runs to join the wall, beckons Dale White back to join the defensive formation, shielding the free kick.
Oh, deflection.
Gets a bouncer. Jeffrey Older, very accomplished, saw it, re-evaluated it as soon as it took the cannon, and he was there on his knees to take it on the nipple.
Svetkovsky goes past Lutkins. Still Svetkovsky. Krajacic had to come across to cover his fullback. Emsovski down the line to Georgiopoulos. Oh, nice play from him, Emsovski. Deep cross in, awkward, Liparotti there. He could only clear the ball away somewhat unconventionally there. Fine cross by Emsovski. Zdravko Atanasovski. Filled in, awkward, 6-yard box. The equaliser!
Oh, and who else but the Iceman? We call it luck, we call it good management, but Kutlasovski was there when the ball cannoned loose and he just drilled that. No problem at all for the Iceman. And his finish was as cool as his name would suggest.
Sonsini for Bulleen. An amazing claret. Through to Darren McGrath. Easy take for him. Keeper whose reputation is growing rapidly. On the line, Svetkovski. Radecki uses the body. Siakos not afraid to use his goalkeeper. Well, both sides have had periods of play in this first half where they dominated the other. But the way the game sits right now, it's even Stevens as Liparotti forcing his way down the line. Nice turn inside, Atanasovski. Back to Runye. Georgiopoulos. Nice play this from Altona if they can get forward. Patterson there, just refusing to be out-muscled by Kutlasovski. Switching play nicely, Lutkins. Have the ball away, Patterson going through again. Oh, and that's a high.
There's no tomorrows for
challenge.
No tomorrows for Big SP. I think he's decided he's just going to go full on. And he's nearly put Nick Georgiopoulos on life support with that challenge. He just put the elbow down.
His teammate. White found some space for himself in a wide position. Harris comes over to avert the danger. White managing to get his head up. Not a lot of options for him from his teammates. And that fact was recognised by Harris, who put in a challenge. Tom Sonsini will take the long throw. Not a big player, but packs a mighty hurl.
Touch of symmetry down on the bench. Both coaches standing identically to the left-hand side of their enclosed areas. Both looking rather pensive. One each in the grand final. Sonsini lofts it out, swing it down, White scores!
Great goal!
The most experienced player in the grand final scores his second. And there was some sort of obscene celebration happening on the edge of the box, but by jolly jingoes, Dale White, who is playing in his third grand final, he's on his way to scoring his third grand final goal. He's netted two, and Bulleen at the most critical period of the game, as we edge toward half-time, has made it 2-1. And won't he be enjoying that, Dale White?
And once again, Greg, it was Sonsini with the cross.
Disappointment. I mean, we saw during the week Tom Markowski, who's got the job on Dale White this afternoon, saying how much he wanted to stop living in the shadows of his brother John Markowski. Well, Tommy will be very disappointed so far. The man he's standing this afternoon scored twice in the opening half of the biggest game of the season. And Altona Magic have to come from behind again. This will test their courage, their fortitude. Nasovski, he belted it! And Jeffrey Olver had to be on his medal. Saw it singing its way toward the top corner and clutched it truly first time in those great big international standard mitts of his. Bangs it to half field. Svetkovski. Ball takes a cannon. Lenetis can't force his way through. Svetkovski comes up trumps with the ball. Nowhere to go. Stop sign comes up. He takes the bypass. The back's there. Krajosic knocks it up the middle. Bulleen away. Sonsini. Percentage ball. Pick up by Nasovski. Dances his way past the tackle and gives it away.
Tries to do the outside of the footer.
Watkins rumbling toward the line. No dancing from him.
It's not his role to be a dancing winger, playing wide, skipping past the fullback. He prefers to be in the centre on the end of some fine crosses that have already been supplied this afternoon by Tom Sonsini, the creator of both of Bulleen's goals.
Less than a minute and a half from garbage time in the opening half. Bulleen lead it by 2-1. Diorio edged away from the football by Tom Markowski. It'll be a throw-in. Peter Ollett, the coach of Bulleen, I expect at half-time would be reinforcing the control element of this team now that they have the lead, and just 45 minutes on what would be an historic championship victory. First team to do it from the elimination final, and that is quite extraordinary in itself. You've got to beat the 4 best teams over 4 successive weeks. If you can do that, you've got a pedigree as a champion team. Svetkovski runs to receive, grandstand side, knocks it round the corner, no one home for Altona Magic. Siakos, boof, upfield. Markowski gets the jump on Diorio. Loose ball down. Georgopoulos inside. Markowski trying to make amends. Grayasic stands his ground. Long, Dale White, the danger man, edges his way past Harris.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
great try by White there, used his body superbly.
Main grandstand just starting to encroach on the playing arena. Svetkovski spins the ball on his fingertips and sends it on its way. Half-time in the grand final. Eugene Brazzali says that's all there is. A double strike from Dale White, giving Bulleen a 2-1 advantage. The Iceman, Itek Kutlasovski, scoring for Altona Magic, sets us up beautifully for the last 45 minutes of the Premier League season. 2-1 Altona Magic, 2-1 Bulleen rather, at half-time.
Hey soccer fans, just because the soccer season is ending soon, it doesn't mean you have to give up your favourite sport. The Box Hill Indoor Sports Centre has sports for everyone. Get 5 friends together and come on down to Melbourne's premier indoor soccer venue. Courts are beautifully maintained and enclosed by netting, making it a game filled with non-stop action. It doesn't matter what level you're at, you'll have fun and you'll get fit too. Just call today on 9899 7000. That's 9899 7000. Another Channel 31 sponsor. Get your message across to thousands of loyal viewers. Promote your business on Channel 31. Our sponsorship rates are very competitive. Phone our sales manager during business hours on 9650 5610. Whether it be a simple slide or a full-scale motion picture production, Channel 31 is the right choice. Phone 9650 5610 during business hours.
Dumpmaster, soccer's waste disposal company. With business experience spanning 15 years and servicing over 1,000 happy customers in the metropolitan area. Dumpmaster offers viewers of the soccer show a great way to raise funds for their soccer club. Industrial, commercial or domestic waste. Dumpmaster, 955 11 111. Give them a call, it's instant cash.
Every building or car park begins with a perfect excavation. For the excavation of roads, sports facilities or railway embankments, call Detail Excavations 9725 3199. Detail Excavations is a proud sponsor of the soccer show.
When it seems the world's forgotten you, A helping hand is often all it takes to turn things around. We can't do it alone, but with your help, we can give those in need a fighting chance and the opportunities they deserve. Show you care. Let's do what we can to get these people off the streets. Subscribe to Channel 31, call during business hours, and make a difference.
From the Channel 31 Community Notice Board, the Ashwood College play production is a musical comedy running from September the 18th to the 21st. The production starts at 7:30 p.m. and tickets are $8 or $6 from the school's office. For more details, phone 980 71333. If your community group would like to display a message on our community notice board, phone Channel 31 on 96505610 during business hours.
There you have it, half-time in the big one at Olympic Park. Bulleen 2, Altona Magic 1. Dale White with 2 goals, one in the 16th and one in the 40th minute. Itzay Kudlasovsky equalising Dale White's first goal in the 29th minute. And gentlemen, we've got a game on our hands here. 3 goals in the first 45 minutes. That's unusual for a start in a tight final. No one picked that.
We did not expect for a minute for these two sides to gun it out. I mean, they're not really renowned for their... I mean, you call Altona Magic robotic, I think was the terminology, but in the opening half it's been a real festival, hasn't it? And the other question is, of course, too, how many times does a team go down a goal against Bulleen and come back and then have to face that same situation again? It's an intriguing situation at the break.
Well, very few, Greg, and as you know, it's Dale White, he's a sniffer, good goal sneak. He got the 2 goals there. Kudlovsky, you can never count the guy out. And I'll probably live to regret the day I called Altona Magic robotic. Ian Dobson's been on the phone all week, but I'm a bit concerned, Laurie and Greg and Paul, about the midfield in the Bulleen lineup. Grabak and Scott Patterson are not giving good delivery service to Diorio and Dale White. And if that continues in the second half, I think Altona, they'll come back.
But I think Tom Sonsini, he's been brilliant in this first 45 minutes. He set up both goals from the right-hand side, and maybe Grabak and one of the 2 of the others are faltering a bit. But I tell you what, Sonsini and White are absolutely on fire.
Well, Sonsini's making up for it. But as Shocker said, Altona looking very good at the moment, even though...
Did I say that?
Well, more or less you said that.
And I mean,
he was thinking it.
The important element too is, gentlemen, that you've got to bear in mind that I think of all the grand finals I've seen in the Premier League, and I've seen them all, folks, that makes me smarter than most people, this has clearly been the best opening 45 minutes. I mean, you can talk...
In the history of the world.
No, but you can talk... Shut up, Laurie. You can talk broadly about, tactics and blah-de-blah-de blah, but the truth is, if you're there and you want to get the heart pounding and the adrenaline flowing, you just want to see something happening, and by jingos, that was a terrific first half.
Well, there you go already.
And that was only the first half.
Thanks, Laurie.
I think one of the big advantages too is playing it at a venue like Olympic Park. It's a great surface there, and so often some of these games are played in pretty average venues, but the atmosphere's there. It's a
well, we
good
can see behind you there, Paul. I mean, look at that crowd, and that was, after most of them had gone home.
Yes, Laurie.
Yeah, on the particularly special grand final set, and we're just going to get a few sedatives happening for Laurie. We're going to go to the second half, come back, and also don't forget, folks, to make this day even more special, we've got a whole lot of guests in the studio tonight, real party atmosphere. We're going to be talking to some of the people from Altona Magic and some of the other clubs as well about the season. Party on, watch the second half, get very, very excited.
Welcome back to the second half of the 1995 Premier League. It's Bulleen against Altona Magic, and a sparkling first 45 minutes here at Olympic Park. We were expecting a tight, cautious game, and in many respects the game has far surpassed that. It's 2-1 in favour of Bulleen. Kudlasovsky, bit of a push and a pull for Tsiakos. Got the better of him on that occasion though, then laid it square. Direct shot, over down.
And they are the two players that Altona Magic need to fire. Kudlasovsky and Henry Velkovsky. We saw the danger of Henry in the first half. That time he was on the receiving end. And didn't he get a bit of a belt going on that one, Paulie Williams?
I think it would have gone right in that corner, and so did Jeff Olver, because he was down quickly and had both hands behind the ball as quick as he could. Diorio switched over to this right-hand side now, just quizzing with Sonsini what he's doing. Well, what he's doing now is taking a long throw to White. Back to Sonsini. This combination has proved dangerous so far, but not on this particular occasion.
Interesting, the votes perhaps this afternoon for the Jim Rooney medal, presented to the best player in the grand final.
What are your thoughts so far on that, Greg?
Yeah, I reckon there's probably about half a dozen in the running at the moment, Paul. No real standout performers. Perhaps Sonsini, perhaps White. It's been a lethal combination. Lanettis strikes it inboard. Easy away by Atnasovsky, launches it. Kudlasovsky's got the run in on Krajicic. Kudlasovsky's in, Jeff Olver comes out quickly. Stood his ground, Jeff Olver. But Kudlasovsky had the legs to carry himself past Robbie Krajicic, who seemed to hesitate for just a brief nanosecond. And Jeffrey Olver had to do the clean-up work.
Well, Krajicic there disobeyed the first rule of defending, that is, don't let the ball bounce, and he let it bounce, and that was all that Kudlasovsky needed.
Is that out of the soon-to-be-released Paul Williams manual?
The Richard Allegich coaching manual.
And advanced Bulleen a little closer down the path towards an extraordinary championship victory. Not if these fellows have anything to do with it, as Henry Velkovsky strides away from Billy Tsiakos. Top of the box, Henry Velkovsky's covered. Ball gets a cannon. Olver, foot race with Radecki. Ball to ground. Georgopoulos scores! Nick Georgopoulos, what a heads-up goal in the grand final. It's 2 each.
Sensational strike that by Georgopoulos. And you could see by the celebrations of his teammates just how they feel about it. Brilliant goal.
Well, Georgopoulos had no finesse about it, but he knew exactly what to do and when to do it, with Olver off his line, spotted it about 30 out from the target, and he just knocked it over the top. Two Bulleen players in the 6-yard box could only watch helplessly as the ball flew over their heads and into the net, and Georgopoulos levels it in what is turning out to be an extraordinary grand final. Paul Williams, as good as any in memory. And Markovsky, a giant of the game, rumbles onto the field for the first time. The big broad shoulders of a Socceroo, and certainly a National Soccer League journeyman. Played with 4 clubs in the competition, debuted as a 17-year-old with the Sunshine Georgies in the NSL. A powerful figure and a potential match winner. And with the game in the balance, you wouldn't mind having him onside as Georgopoulos gets free. He's been explosive in the second half. Georgopoulos, low trajectory cross away by Tsiakos. Big assist by Scott Patterson. 180-degree turn and heads upfield, launches it upfield. Velkovsky, he has been sensational since the break. Velkovsky for Georgopoulos.
And you feel, Greg, Altona Magic really starting to dominate now. They're the more likely side to score.
And the 17-year-old.
It was Svetkovsky coming forward.
Here's grand final.
Oh, awkward there. Markovsky brings it down. First touch and a cheeky attempt there for a player who really should find his feet quickly. But that was an outrageous attempt by Big John.
May even be a groin. Stretched for that one, but oh gee, didn't he come up properly, Robbie Kreis. It's trouble for Bulleen. Markovsky. Liperotti goes straight down the middle. Knocked forward by Grabat. Good coverage by Svetkovsky. Allowing Darren McGrath the clean take. With the breeze. Not a good kick. Atnasovsky saw the bounce, ran into the path of it. Turned around the corner by Markovsky, was quite brilliant. Atnasovsky, edge of the box, well done. Good turn inside, right boot, gets a cannon. Might be a corner, will be a throw.
Bit of a rush of blood to the head there for Revko Atnasovsky. He did so well to get past his man.
I have got a feeling, though, that Dobson's instructed these players to get forward and shoot on sight. Bulleen may be going to the bench for the first time.
Plenty of energy left in those legs as Diorio scooted down that left-hand side. He's won a corner as well.
And Bulleen is going to the bench for the first time. Adrian Juliana. And it looks like Robbie Krajicic. Yes, it is Robbie Krajicic who's going to get the call. Corner for Bulleen. Far post. Harris the only one there. Rainmaker. Georgiopoulos under pressure. Well done. Nods the backheader clear. Chased down by Lanettis. Ball out of play. And Robbie Krajicic. Is it all coming unstuck for Bulleen? Robbie Krajicic, the most experienced player on the ground, coming off. Hamstring or groin problem. And that is a fairly poignant moment for the Bulleen Lions. Robbie Krajicic, who captained the premiership team of 2 years ago. And a tough call for Adrian Juliana in the number 3. As we hit the final 10 minutes of regulation time in the grand final. Grabat, hopeful ball forward, sits in the breeze. Svetkovsky outgunned in the leg department by Diorio, almost overruns it, does the little chef, brought down from behind. That was a cruel tackle. Diorio from the set piece, released by Lutkins. He tries to drive through the gap. Wasn't a happening thing. Altona Magic away. Kutlasovsky, deft touch, he'll run onto it. Siakos comes from behind, draws the free kick. Kutlasovsky,
got to be a yellow card.
Fairly animated there.
Intentional foul.
Throwing the arms about a little bit, the Iceman. And Danny Medorevsky.
That is a blow for Altona Magic. He's a real danger man, this Atnasovsky. And Danny Medorovsky gets his chance in the grand final.
83 minutes played. And the only game of the season that really counts, Paul. Two each. Medorovsky runs the gap. He's got the break, stretches it. Oh, header over the bar, Markovsky. Got a shove too, John Markovsky. And gosh, The new man on Matarevsky, nobody was touching him. And he got the free run. He could almost pick his spot. He dollied the ball. Markovsky got a shove underneath it. Still did enough to squeeze the header towards the goal mouth. Over the line it goes. Altona Magic, this will be, I should think, last roll of the dice in regulation time. We're nearly 46 minutes away. Channel 31, the soccer show, Blakey, and the voice of authority, Paul Williams, on deck. 2 each as we head towards extra time. This magnificent September afternoon, one they'll long remember, I should think. Oh, big trouble, Liparotti, the slip. Nothing there for Altona Magic. Back, Markovsky tried it first time off the outside of his boot. Rather arrogantly, may have measured that better.
But Liparotti there would have been tragic if his mistake had cost Bulleen the match. And over, you can't discredit him in that situation. He pulled off a terrific save when he had to. And John Markovsky had a chance there to be the hero of the day. But the deadlock has not been broken.
Paul Harris stumbling away from Diorio. Markovsky, last chance. Good away for Altona Magic. Mshovsky closed down quickly. Shrugs off the challenge. Georgopoulos is the option. And Bulleen, without Krajicic, without Valentic, will face a harrowing 20 minutes of extra time. 2 each in the grand final, and we're going to ET. So 20 minutes to decide the champions of 1995. Eugene Brazzali in the middle, gets us underway. Bulleen using the football first, heading toward the Yarra River or scoreboard end of Olympic Park. 2 each in the grand final, big turnover already. Kutlasovsky wheels his way into the front half. Short ball off. Svetkovsky, one way, the other, gets onto his right boot, left boot, any way he can. Swamped by swarming Bulleen defenders. Gets it back, tries the push pass wide for Kutlasovsky. Harris with the coverage. Grabak. Square for Leutjens, far left. Runya away, booms it downfield. And a scrambled start to this extra time period, 10 minutes either way. Tired legs out there, you saw it then. Swing of the leg by Tsiakos, turnover. Kutlasovsky can't get onto the left boot. Liparotti stays with him. Release for Velkovsky. The danger combination. Henry tries it, takes a cannon in the air. Markovsky there, back at a goal! Ho-ho! And Jonesy has the desired effect in the opening minute and a quarter of extra time, and Altona Magic, they've produced this special magic, come from behind, they're up by 3 goals to 2, Paul Williams. And we said they had the momentum going into extra time.
They did, and they also got Markovsky, who is by far the most prolific player in the air, in the side. And he showed it there because that was a half chance.
Extra time, second period. Altona Magic up by 3 goals to 2 rather. 8 minutes and 10 seconds played. Less than 2 minutes of regulation time. Bulleen have got to go now and press the red alert button. Liparotti, they're a tired team. Sonsini edges his way. Runya with the coverage. Sonsini elects to go outside. Runya, the assist clear by Velkovsky. They've got it 1 Altona Magic, I think. Velkovsky chested down, numbers forward. Tsiakos pops it in the air. Grabak controls. Can't run the gap. Loose ball down. Liparotti strokes it crossfield. Grandstand side. Bulleen come again. Diorio on his right boot. Diorio into the box. Oh, what a save, Darren McGrath. Well, that may have been the last chance for the Lions right there and then. And Darren McGrath makes the stop on Peter Diorio, who launched himself into the attack to try and lift Bulleen out of a very deep, dark ditch in the dying moments of the grand final. September 17, 1995, and Altona Magic may be seeing potential turn to greatness, and a terrific day in the history of the Western Suburban Club. And Ian Dobson, who has marshalled the rise of Altona Magic over 2.5 years. Not over yet! Oh gosh! And Ian Dobson, I reckon, well, he looks cool on the bench. But Bulleen are going to keep it going. No!
That's it!
Final whistle!
Altona have won.
Altona Magic, on a day of heroes, a day of high drama, have come from behind twice to win the 1995 Grand Final. And for the first time in club history, Altona Magic are champions of Victoria. What a day. Look at Tommy Markowski there. Nick Georgopoulos. They've done it the hard way. Bulleen led twice. And don't discount the contribution of Bulleen. 4 arduous weeks on the road to the grand final. They couldn't quite keep the pace up. Some lovely scenes down there. Robert Runya going over to the Bulleen bench to say congratulations on what has been a tremendous effort. But Altona Magic, it's a day that will be long remembered at Paisley Park.
And big Tom Markowski in the shot there. He's finally got his hands on a Premier League winners medal.
Well, he said
it's a great day for him.
He said he wanted to come out of the shadows of his brother John Markowski, and he's done so in style. The Altona Magic supporters.
Georgopoulos there, who could forget his marvellous goal in the second half. A super chip from all of 30 metres.
Look at the faces. Well, it tells the story, doesn't it? Svetkovsky, the kid that's come into the lineup. John Markowski scored 1 touch, 1 goal. Can't do much better. Emotion that will surge, I have no doubt.
And Bulleen there just
Paisley Park
couldn't keep it going. Peter Ollerton consoles some of his players. They said it couldn't be done from 4th place, but they almost proved everybody wrong.
Long, hard. At least I get paid for it. As the presentations start, as the presentations get ready to start anyway. This is
the referees finally get recognised.
Yeah. This is what the presentations are for, though. This is what the season's for. The hard Well, there you go. This is why you train through the summer months, the sweat and the toil. This is what the regulation season's all about. And medals, of course, to the runners-up, Bulleen, led by Scott Patterson. And medals, of course, to the runners-up, Bulleen, led by Scott Patterson. His last game in the Premier League. Well done, SP. Dale White. 2 goals.
Great game.
Yep, record-equalling effort in a grand final for Dale White. Tom Sonsini
set up both the goals. Fine game from him on the right-hand side.
Velitsiakos. You cannot discount what Bulleen has done during this final series. In the end, when it came down to a war of attrition, though, Paul, well, they just didn't have the petrol in the tank anymore, did they?
I think they ran out, and that 4th finals game was just too much for them. Bear in mind, Altona didn't have to play as many matches. They would have had that extra week's rest. Maybe that's what took its toll at the end of extra time. Who knows? Maybe it was just one bit of magic from Big John Markowski was the difference.
Well, in the end, Bulleen had in fact had to play 420 minutes of finals football. 3 of their matches going into time added on, or to extra time rather.
And Jeff Olver, who has had such a distinguished career, a runners-up medal for him today. He's had his win. Robert Runya goes up to take the adulation, and his medal from George Wallace, and the rest of the Altona Magic players follow on as well.
Kudlasovsky, the Iceman, came back just at the right time, didn't he?
Scored the equaliser in the first half.
Fantastic stuff.
Henry Velkovsky, perhaps the Jim Rooney medal winner. That's yet to be announced. And Tanisovsky, the player who got the team to this match with that late goal against Port Melbourne a fortnight ago.
And wasn't that critical in the makeup of the final series? Dana Matarescu, the sub. Nick Georgopoulos, Paulie Harris, last game. Former gold medalist, now he's a champion as well.
Darren McGrath, fine saves by him to get his side to this match, and a couple of beauties in the final as well.
The reserves going up for their medals as well, the unused reserves.
Nick Radecki, who was subbed in the second half, he played his part.
Well, they all did, didn't they, during the course of the season. Championship victory is not just one game, it's a full season. All contributors in a momentous occasion. John Markowski, I reckon one touch during the entire final series and he's knocked a goal home in the grand final, so that's not a bad effort.
Won't even have to polish the boots after today's match. Chris Emsovsky, who's had a fine season and capped it off here.
Oh,
with
good
the Jim
on him.
Rooney medal. He was struggling in the second half. He could hardly walk, but he stayed on. And he can hardly walk to the dais now because he's still struggling from cramp, but he'll manage it somehow.
Well, by one means, fair or foul, he won't be able to walk probably by midnight tonight. Well, you can say what you like, Chrissy, you're a winner. And Biden goes, they'll be fishing them out of the sewers down at Paisley Park tomorrow morning, I reckon, Paul.
And this is the moment that every player would hope that he could achieve. And Tom Markowski holds the trophy aloft. Fantastic moment for Altona Gate.
But I think that what you saw in the last